I studied a science degree at the University of Wollongong, doing a marine science degree, and I've just always had this love and passion for the ocean environment. And then down the track, it was only natural that my love for the ocean and photography combined together into one. After a good couple of months of shooting over-unders, I finally had one session where I was getting the sharpness really good, getting good exposure between the frame and getting a really good focus. And then from that on, I knew I'd really hit the nail on the head with this style of photography, and I knew how to achieve this in the future. My name's Jordan Robbins and I'm based in Jervis Bay, Australia. Jervis Bay is quite amazing. On any afternoon you can go down to the national park and shoot in the sand flats there. And you'll have an assortment of stingrays come past and some small sand sharks, squid, various fish life. Every time you step in the water you kind of never really know what you're going to come past, and that kind of adds to an element of surprise which keeps you going because you never know what you're going to see. All the photos starts as an idea and it's just that working process to create that final image. I'm just always pushing myself to find new landscapes to shoot, to create something new and unseen. For me, shooting the over-unders, it just connects the terrestrial world with the marine world together as one. When I'm always out in the water snorkeling and diving, you're always constantly changing, looking down into the ocean world and then above into the terrestrial world. You'd always have this half sort of image, which is kind of where I really started to love this idea of being able to see above and below the water. For me, the ideal split shot consists of an interesting foreground paired with an interesting background, such as tree lines down to the water, cliffs or mountains, and something where you can get a good foreground interest. My checklist for shooting over-under images would be, firstly, you've got to have your camera, your water housing, a wide-angle lens, your dome. You'd want to make sure you've checked the conditions and you've chosen a good suitable area to shoot. You want to make sure then you've got a narrow aperture, such as f/14, a high ISO around maybe 400 to 500, and a shutter speed of over 1/25 of a second. You want to make sure you dunk the housing in the water below before you take the photo to prevent any water droplets forming. Just before you're ready to take the shot, lift it back up and you'll have a window of a couple of seconds to capture the shot before you have water droplets start to form on the dome of your camera. A good tip for stopping water droplets forming in your photos is to cover your dome in a big layer of saliva, and that will prevent a lot of the water droplets from forming. I just want to express the beauty of the marine world and why it needs our protecting so it's there for future generations to enjoy as much as I do. I'm only sort of getting started. I have so many ideas in my head which I want to apply in the real world. So the absolute dream split image for me would be a crazy sunrise or sunset with a whale or a great white shark below the water. I've never seen an image like that, and I think that would just, blow minds. I'll be selling some prints at the markets. You'll have people come in and it's just great to be able to convey the story behind each photo, because each photo has this different story behind it. Like, depending on the photo, I could probably tell you what the weather conditions were doing, like what the swell was doing, how I was feeling at the time, and just being able to give people that background story of the photo is just, priceless. You can never be complacent. You've always got to be evolving your craft and creating something new. It's just getting out there, waiting for the conditions to be right, waiting for the right opportunity. It's definitely not easy and there's a lot involved, but I've got the fire in my belly and I've just got to keep at it and see how I go.